Hey, good afternoon, class. I'm recording this on a Saturday afternoon. I think I said good morning. Sorry if I did. Good afternoon, either one. Sometimes it feels like it's morning still because it's so gloomy outside right now. Maybe you're experiencing this at home, the crappy weather. Maybe as you're watching this video, the crappy weather has already rolled in as far as the snow is concerned, or maybe it's all for nothing, which tends to happen in Oklahoma sometimes. Anyways, welcome back. Welcome to week number 7 of our course. That means we're getting pretty close to the halfway point, which is very exciting, which also means that spring break is around the corner. So for motivation's sake, you might want to kind of keep that in your vision, in your mind's eye, so to speak, so to kind of keep yourself motivated and excited, something to look forward to. So it's not all, we're not always keeping our eye on the end, maybe something in the middle to kind of keep us going. But anyways, if you are hearing this recording or this video, hopefully this means you've turned in your response paper number 5 already. If not, it is due Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. and I'll start grading those Monday morning as usual. So go ahead and get that in. Make sure you watch the TED Talk by Dr. Elizabeth Loftus, and then make sure you respond to the 3 questions, and I'll begin grading those as soon as possible. For this week, we are moving into chapter number 7, which actually is kind of a mishmash of topics. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee. Chapter 7 is a mishmash of topics, including, it's kind of all under the umbrella of cognitive psychology, the study of what's going on between our ears. But this chapter is going to focus on, first, initially on thinking and problem solving. Then you'll move into language, and then finally into intelligence. So there's a lot of overlap between there. There's some overlap, kind of why we're talking about these topics together. They fall under the subject of cognition. I think it's a really interesting chapter just because I think the stuff about language and especially about problem solving is very fascinating, something we use all the time. And when we talk about problem solving in this chapter, it's not just solving math problems. I mean, problems we encounter every day. How am I going to get to work? Let's say if there is a construction and one of my normal route is disrupted, how do I get to work? That's a problem. Deciding what to wear every day, is a small problem, but it's a problem. Deciding what am I going to do after I graduate from OSU OKC is a problem. So we're going to talk about ways in which we solve problems, how we attempt to solve problems. That's a big theme for this chapter. And so for this week, let's see. I want you to read Chapter 7. I've posted also the video recordings of me, lecturing about Chapter 7 as well. If you'd like to watch those and follow along as you read, that'd be great. It's a great resource. This week I've decided not to do a response paper. We're not going to have a response paper for this week, so don't worry about watching anything or anything extra for this week. However, there is a discussion post due this week. We didn't have a discussion last week. We will have one this week. We kind of flip-flop. No response paper this week, but a discussion this week. So your initial post will be due by Wednesday, and your 2 peer responses, of course, are due by Friday. So make sure you get your initial post in on time, and then be sure to respond to at least 2 of your peers' responses as well. And that's really kind of it for this week. Read Chapter 7. Do a discussion post this week on Chapter 7, which I really want you to focus in on intelligence. For this week's discussion, you're going to be comparing and contrasting different theories of intelligence, so make sure you read through that thoroughly and ask any questions you have when you're reading through that as you prepare for your discussion post if you need to. And the last item I wanted to bring up is just a heads up that exam number 2 is quickly on the horizon. In fact, I'm going to open it next week, and you'll have about 9-ish days or so to take exam number 2. Exam number 2 will cover chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8. It'll be 50 multiple choice questions, very similar to the last exam in terms of like the types of questions. They're going to be application based. I really don't care that you know the definition of something. I want to know that you can apply that definition in a real world context. So that's going to be a lot how the questions are based. And also be aware, there are practice exams small, short practice quizzes you can take for every chapter that we cover. They are not a grade. They're not required. They're just for you to check your comprehension after you read a chapter and make sure you know what you just read. You can also take them multiple times too if you just want to kind of refresh things a little bit. So that's a resource. They're under the quizzes for you. But other than that, I think that's about it for week number 7. So just be prepared for an exam next week. We're also going to be covering Chapter 8, but I won't. I'll talk more about that next week. So anyways, I hope everyone's having a great week. Hope if we do have bad weather, as I'm recording this now, it's fine. But if I do have bad weather, that turns to be true, just be safe, be careful, and also stay warm. So anyways, I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye.